there were no outside signs that this person was coming my way, yet I was feeling completely like everything was already there. And later on in our relationship, we actually went to Paris together, and it felt like such a aha moment, like, oh, I actually set my intentions for this, and now we are here. Manifesting a partner is so much easier than many people believe. It's honestly something I believe anybody is able to do. You just gotta know the steps. And in this video, I want to give you the exact steps you should take if you really want to be in this relationship, if you want to manifest a partner in your life that will bring you the right type of person. Not just anyone, but really the true special person that's meant for you. And I know that these steps work because I actually took them myself. I am the living proof of this. And it took me 2 months taking all of these 3 steps, and I manifested, like out of the blue, this beautiful relationship which I'm in right now. I want you to know that anyone can do this. You just gotta really want it, and you gotta be able to face yourself, face who you are being right now, if that's a version of you that would actually attract this perfect partner. Do you think that if you are feeling grumpy, complaining, insecure, unlovable all the time, that out of the blue someone is going to show up into your life and it's going to be the exact opposite of who you are? It's probably not. We are all vibrational beings. We live in a vibrational world, and what we emanate out is what we're getting back. So who we are being is what we attract, not what we want. That's a very critical thing. So if you are feeling negative and if you're having negative self-talk all the time, it is very unlikely that you will bump into someone that is just only positive, bubbly the entire time. So we want to, first of all, that's the first step. We want to get very clear about what we would want in somebody or in a relationship and how we would feel if we are already in this relationship. If we can get very clear, so the first step is get intentional, get very clear on what we want. And this can go for anything, also not even manifesting your partner, but it can go for like if you're manifesting money or a job. This works on everything, but right now we will just stick to manifesting love into your life. We want to get clear, what is it that we want? What kind of values do I want in a partner? How do I want to feel with them? How do I want to, interact with them? What are things that we could do together? You don't have to get like super detailed, but if it gets you in a happy mood or if it gets you uplifted to like kind of daydream about it or visualize some things you would do, that can definitely help. But you don't have to get very specific, and you don't have to say this person comes from this or this place. It doesn't really matter. It should be an energetic match. So for example, you could say, I would love if someone is very reliable, if someone is very emotionally available, if they are committed and I can trust them and they have high loyalty, all of these beautiful things. That's something you could ask. And then you want to check in with yourself. Is the version of who I am today ready to be the partner of that somebody? So manifesting love into your life is not about them in a way. That's what we all think. Like, I need them to be like this. No, you want to get ready energetically to be a vibrational match to them. Because if you are feeling whole and loved and worthy, you are naturally going to attract an equal. But this process is just going to speed up things because you are going to get very clear on what is it that I want, what does a perfect relationship look like to me. And so that's basically the first point. You can also take a look at existing relationships in your life and reflect on them, or previous relationships you had. What were the things you really valued in those people? Or are there people around you that are in relationships? Like, what do you think is great about their relationship, or is there something you would want different? You just want to have an open mind to thinking, like, what does a good relationship look like to me? So then we got very clear, like, we want a person where we feel safe with, where we feel like we can enjoy life, maybe where we can laugh so much together. All of these wishes, you maybe want to write them down. Like, this is really what you're setting out, this is your intention. Now the next step, which has been a real game changer for me, because it's very easy to strand yourself in the first step and only think about what you want, what do I want? Now you gotta feel gratitude for your relationship already being there, for the love already being in your life. If you can feel gratitude every day, preferably a little bit of time every day. I did this every morning, where you feel happy that this exact person just came out of the blue into your life. It just fitted perfectly. Everything fell into its place, and you didn't even have to chase it. You didn't have to run after somebody. No, it just was attracted to you using energy. And what I did was I would feel gratitude like every morning for 10 minutes. I would put on some like relaxing music, and I would just feel what it would feel like if I would wake up on like a Sunday morning with my partner, having a coffee, and what we would talk about, what we would discuss, or any kind of plans we would make. And I would just like allow myself to dream a little, to visualize a little what joy I would feel, or like also basic trust I would feel. Like I would feel so safe and secure. Not that I was not safe and secure before, but I could just feel what it would be like if you feel like you're in this loving relationship where you just really commit to one another and you can build something together. Preferably, you want to linger in gratitude for as long as possible, because it's ultimately the biggest magnet for manifestations, not just for love into your life, but for anything. But it just felt like, specifically for manifesting a partner, it is kind of so easy to feel gratitude for that before, because you can just imagine, like, if you see a couple on the street walking hand in hand or at some other place, if you can feel like, oh, that's going to be me. That's going to be me very soon. I'm so happy for them because I'm having this too. Whereas if you would feel grudges, or if you're a little jealous, that's definitely not going to work out. But it's a good reflection point if you do, to know like, oh, this is something that I actually still challenge with. If you're, for example, watching a romantic movie and the couple falls in love with one another, you want to feel the excitement of what it's like to be in love. You want to feel the excitement of what it's like to get to know someone very well. Like, that's specifically what I really love about being in a relationship. Is it's such a journey to explore the other person, like their personality, what they've been through, and you want to really get to know someone. And it's beautiful because in a relationship, you are so close to one another, but before you didn't even know each other. So it's this whole journey of discovery, which I really love. And if you can already feel the excitement of what it's like to get to know this other person better, or to spend time with them, or do your favorite kind of activities together, all of this is going to massively help you feel gratitude for it already being there. And this is the real game changer. You want to get very clear first about your intentions, but after that, it's all about feeling already that it's there, feeling the gratitude. And I'm not saying it's easy, because sometimes you can feel discouraged, or you're feeling lonely, specifically on certain dates or certain moments in your life where it's like, oh, it's my birthday, I wish I was with someone, or it's Christmas. Anything, that can be anything for you, or any special date for you. So I'm not saying this happens all the time, but it truly doesn't help if you are complaining all day that it's not there. That's for certain it's not going to work out with manifesting. So you want to get as much time in these good vibes, in these vibes as if it's there already as possible. And it's not like if you feel off for a few days, then that it's never going to happen again. No, that's not how it works. Like, you set your intention, and then it's about drawing it to you. And the more you are in the feeling, the vibration of gratitude, the faster it's going to come. But you still don't know when it's going to come, and it's kind of hard to ask, kind of not really how it works. You just kind of need to let that go. And if you are feeling unworthy still a lot of the time, it's not that it's never going to come, but you kind of just delay everything. It's like it's only forming a delay. And the more you can be in the positive emotion, the more you can feel the vibration of everything working out perfectly, the faster it's going to come. So you just want to draw it to you. Now the third step, which is very important too, is to get into the receiving mode. And it kind of overlaps with feeling gratitude. But getting into the receiving mode, this is what Abraham Hicks calls it, is allowing yourself to also let go, like stop obsessing about it all the time, because you're very likely to fall into the energy of it not being there. So you fall into the energy of shortage consciousness instead of abundance. But try to get as happy as you can for the most part of your day. That is the receiving mode. Because if you feel elevated emotions, you are literally a magnet for good things to come into your life. What is like upon itself is drawn. The third part really is all about letting go, getting into receiving mode by being as happy as you can. And you can dream or visualize things still about your relationship, but you don't want to get too obsessive about it where it gets like to the point where you feel like, it's not there yet. You see, it's never going to come. You kind of want to know you did the work, you set your intention, you feel the gratitude, you can still do that, but you also just want to continue with the rest. You're going to not chase it, you're going to attract it. And that's what you're doing if you're getting into this receiving mode. It's going to come to you in an unexpected way. You can't say like, oh, I want to meet my person on this and this day. That's not what's going to happen. You send your intention out, you feel it's already there, you are getting yourself to be as happy as possible most of the time. You're not judging yourself if you're not happy all of the time, because nobody is, we're all human. Then it's kind of done. You just want to live your life and you're gonna draw it to you. That's exactly what happened with me. Like, I did all of these steps, so I was completely aware of what I wanted. I was aware of, feeling it's already there. But still, the moment I met my partner, it came out of the blue. I didn't expect it at all. Like, I didn't expect it at the time. I didn't expect it at the location. Everything was kind of out of the blue. And that is the fun part about manifesting. Like, you cannot predict everything, and it shouldn't be. So the whole manifesting your specific person game is actually not about the other. It is really about you. You want to be in the energy, in the vibration of being worthy of having this partner. Because if you already feel whole, you're going to attract someone that feels whole too. So we are not attracting what we want, but we are attracting what we are when we are emitting out. One thing I would love to add is that if you still struggle a lot with your self-worth or with your self-concept, and if you are not very loving to yourself, if you notice that your internal chatter is not very lovable, then it might be better to first work on yourself before you're starting to manifest your special person. I love how Joe Dispenza once says, like, would you date yourself? Would you actually date yourself? And I love that question because it makes you wonder, like, what am I like? Am I a good person in a relationship? Am I exactly who I would want to date? And if the answer is partially no, or if it's no, then you maybe first want to work on all those things that you would want in another as well. And that's perfectly normal. I mean, it's very highly respectable if you look at yourself and you feel, okay, I'm not ready to manifest my partner yet. I want to work on me first. That is a very respectable thing. And it actually shows of high self-worth. One thing I would love to add as well is you can get delusional in the second step. So first of all, like when you're writing whatever you want, you can get creative as well. Like, you don't have to limit yourself to a certain level. But in the second step, where you're gonna feel like it's already there, you can get delusional with fantasizing, with like dreaming, daydreaming of all the things you would want to do. So for instance, I would end up in a daydream sometimes after my gratitude meditation, where I would feel like, oh, I would love that my partner takes me like to Paris or to some other city, and we would do these and these romantic things together. And I would just like try to linger in these emotions. But there was no sign in my outside reality that this partner was already there, okay? Like, you have to believe there was literally nothing out there. There was nobody texting me. There was nobody I'm seeing. There were no outside signs that this person was coming my way, yet I was feeling completely like everything was already there. And later on in our relationship, we actually went to Paris together, and it felt like such a aha moment, like, oh, I actually set my intentions for this, and now we are here. And that's just a fun thing. So you can get delusional in a sense that you can hype yourself up in the game of feeling that it's sort of there already by creating all of these scenarios you would love to do, as long as they keep you in a high vibe. That's the most important part. That's the crucial part. If you are feeling like lack from them, then I would say just quit and just feel gratitude for it already being there. I truly hope that this video will help you manifest your special person, your love in your life. I would love if you would let me know in the comments what it is you are working on, what it is you would love to find in somebody, or if there are other things you did or you are doing to manifest your partner. I would love to hear from you, to learn from you, so we can all become better manifestors together. Thank you so much for watching. I truly believe you deserve the love in your life, and I would love for you to believe that for yourself as well. Please remember that you are worthy. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.